friends, welcome to our Gospel of Matthew Bible reading plan. We are so excited that you've decided to join us. Did you know that the word gospel didn't originate with Jesus or any of the biblical authors? It was first used by the Greeks and then the Romans centuries before Jesus was ever born. When a new king came into power, messengers would be sent throughout the kingdom carrying a message that they called euangelion, gospel. And this gospel message would have three parts. 1, there is a new king. 2, he's reigning over a new sort of kingdom. And 3, it is good news for you. And so Matthew, here, by presenting us Jesus' life story as euangelion, is doing an incredibly subversive thing. Before we enter this gospel story, this is what I would submit to you, that it is good for us to put ourselves in the mindset that this is a subversive alternative story that Matthew is telling about the world. Because think about it. When Jesus is born, there is already a king, and his name is Caesar Augustus. There is already a kingdom, and it's called the Roman Empire. And Caesar Augustus has already told all of the citizens of Rome that it is good news that he is ruler over them. But here Matthew is presenting us Jesus of Nazareth as the one true king of the universe. That's incredibly subversive. And he starts this story with a genealogy. Now, if you've read a genealogy before, you might have seen that and not felt so thrilled. But truly, this genealogy is like a treasure trove. There is so much buried treasure here that we could talk about. There's lots more in our weekly email for you to discover. I want to focus today on just one person, one of Jesus' ancestors, who I think Matthew is shining a particular spotlight on in this genealogy. He's highlighting one person, and that's David. Here in Matthew 1, verse 1, he says that this is the book of the genealogy of Jesus Christ, the son of David. And then he mentions David twice in the genealogy. He is taking extra special care to emphasize to us the connection between Jesus and David. Why? Well, if you were with us in the fall when we read 1st and 2nd Samuel, you might have some ideas percolating. If not, here's the scoop. Matthew is pointing us back to King David. He was the greatest king that Israel ever had. Throughout centuries of the Israelite monarchy, he was their best, most righteous, virtuous king who God described as a man after God's own heart. But even David failed. Even David fell, and actually fell quite hard. He made a series of mistakes that had serious repercussions. And so by the end of David's lifetime, the hope for Israel is that one day there is coming a king who will be a new David and an even better David. He will be what David could not be, because he will be a king who will not fail. He will not let Israel down. He will not let God down. And Matthew here in chapter 1, right away in the first verse, is saying to us that new and better David that you have been waiting for, his name is Jesus. He is here. This is him. He is the true, ultimate king who will not fail us. At the end of David's life, he creates this word picture, this poem about what it will feel like when his descendant, this new and better king, comes to reign. And this is what he says, 2 Samuel 23. He dawns on them like the morning light, like sun shining forth on a cloudless morning, like rain that makes grass to sprout from the earth. Picture that in your mind's eye with me. Think about a beautiful, colorful, vibrant sunrise that you saw recently. Think about a fresh spring day when you go out and there's droplets of dew on the grass. David is saying that this new king's reign will feel like what it's like to walk outside on a spring day and see the most vibrant sunrise, light reflecting off the droplets of dew on the grass. It will feel like a new day dawning, a fresh start with hope and light and promise for the future. Would you hold this picture in your mind as we head into the Gospel of Matthew? Because if this is Matthew's version of Evangelion, there are 3 things we need to think about. Who is this king that Matthew is presenting to us? What is his kingdom like? And is it good news for you and me? Does it feel like that sunrise on a fresh spring day? Matthew thinks it does. What do you think? Maybe this is your first time reading the gospel, or maybe you've read Matthew many times before. Either way, I hope that you wrestle with the text, see it with fresh eyes, and bring lots of questions. If you actually have questions you want to engage with us about, our staff would love to converse with you. My prayer is that we will meet Jesus like it's the very first time. We will see this king, this new and better David, and that he will show us that his kingdom is the way forward with hope and promise for the future that feels a little bit like that sunrise. Who is this king? What is his kingdom like? Is it good news for you? There are so many kings that the world has on offer. We don't have Caesar Augustus, but certainly there are many leaders and ideologies and promises that the world offers to us. They promise us the good life. Matthew thinks that Jesus is the better alternative to every single one of them. He is the one true king, leading to the one true good life. Will you choose to follow him? Take care, friends. Can't wait to go on this journey with you.